Make it fast, make it furious. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 awesome Fast and Furious facts.
Now, whatever it is you're in on, I want in on it too.
For this list, we'll be focusing on the American media franchise known as The Fast and the Furious.
We own it.
And we'll be listing a few bizarre, hilarious, or flat-out ridiculous facts about the movies in the film series. So buckle up and get ready to go for a drive.
You know this ain't no 10-second race.
Number 10. Fast 5 Facebook. In Fast 5, the fifth installment of the franchise, big surprise, the actor Tommy Lee Jones was set to play the diplomatic security service agent Luke Hobbs.
The situation's under control. Calm down, please. Give me your attention for a moment. I'll be glad to tell you what happened.
But then, Vin Diesel got crafty with Facebook and read a comment from a fan about how sick it would be if his badass Dominic Toretto character and The Rock had an epic battle on film sometime. This idea didn't only get Diesel's motor running, but it also revved up the producers, and the rest is drag racing history.
Help me. It's for my team, you son of a bitch.
Number 9. No driver's license?
Hey, baby. You should be watching from the side. I wouldn't want to get any exhaust on that pretty face.
How about you put your money where your mouth is?
Do it fast, do it furious. Or at least know how to drive a car. Both actresses Michelle Rodriguez and Jordana Brewster lacked the quintessential Fast and Furious casting requirement, a license. When they were cast for the first film, due to insurance requirements, these ladies had one shot to pass their driving exams or their parts would have been recast. Since then, though, the duo has been seen receiving plenty of speeding tickets, Brewster even admitting that she's a bit of a speed demon.
It's good. It's nice to come first every once in a while.
Number 8. Surprise return.
Toretto?
Nope.
Ain't interested.
Yes, you are. Keep looking.
In a surprise twist at the end of Fast 5, audiences learned that the character of Letty Ortiz wasn't dead, and was in fact part of an organized crime ring. Not only was this a shock to fans, but also to Michelle Rodriguez, the actress who played Letty.
No, you're lucky I missed my shot.
Come again? According to Rodriguez, she only found out that she'd be starring in Fast and Furious 6 when she went to the theaters and saw the grainy photo of herself in the fifth movie's post-credit sequence.
You believe in ghosts?
Number 7. Ridiculously long runway.
Wow, you just had to open your mouth. Now we got a big-ass plane to deal with.
Have you ever been on a plane? Well, if you haven't, let us tell you that takeoff only takes a few seconds, as a typical runway is only about a mile long. Stop! In the famous plane scene from Fast and Furious 6, experts have done the math, and based on the combination of the scene's length, which is almost 13 minutes, and the plane's speed, it appears that the runway must have been between 18 and 28 miles long. So we guess you could say that in this scene, drivers chose to live life one very long quarter mile at a time.
I live my life a quarter mile at a time. Nothing else matters, not the mortgage, not the store, not my team and all their bullshit. For those 10 seconds or less, I'm free.
Number 6. Timeline twist.
I had a wrench, and I hit him, and I didn't intend to keep hitting him, but by the time I was done, I couldn't lift my arm.
Throwing a wrench in the franchise's continuity, there are 2 Fast and Furious short films. Directed by Philip Atwell, Turbocharged Prelude is the 6-minute-long run-up to Too Fast, Too Furious, starring Paul Walker. Directed by Vin Diesel himself, Los Bandoleros gives more insight into the series' characters, as well as more history prior to the 4th film.
Have I arrived just in time for an adventure?
Letty, you always get here just in time for something.
On top of that, it's widely accepted that Tokyo Drift is actually the last movie in the franchise in terms of the chronological storyline, as opposed to its place as the third production.
You ready, kid?
Meanwhile, Fast and Furious 6 brought the timelines together by replaying Han's death from Tokyo Drift, with the villain from the upcoming Furious 7 promising retribution for his brother's death in the sixth film. Did you get all that?
Dominic Toretto. You don't know me. You're about to.
No? Well, either way, it leads perfectly into the seventh film, and brings all of the films in the franchise together ingeniously. Number 5. Legit Lawsuit.
There's 100,000 streets in this city. You don't need to know the route. You give me a time and a place, I give you a 5-minute window.
Expecting all car-based movies to resemble the Fast and the Furious movies, imagine the surprise Sarah Deming must have felt when she went to see the critically acclaimed film Drive starring Ryan Gosling. Livid at the supposed false marketing that portrayed the film as the next Fast and Furious,
Like a limo driver?
Like for movies?
Deming decided to sue Film District, claiming that the producers deliberately misled the public, and that the neo-noir art house flick was therefore a massive disappointment.
How about this? Shut your mouth, or I'll kick your teeth down your throat and I'll shut it for you.
Funny thing is, she only sought ticket reimbursement. Oh, and a halt to the future production of such misleading movie trailers. The case was ultimately dismissed. Number 4. Casting.
On green, I'm going for it.
When casting the original movie The Fast and the Furious, directors were looking at all their options for lead good boy gone bad character Brian O'Connor.
Yeah, this is Officer Brian O'Connor.
And when we say all the options, we mean it. Mark Wahlberg, Christian Bale, and even Eminem were considered.
I said, this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me, 'cause we need a little controversy, 'cause it feels so empty without me.
Thankfully, sanity prevailed and Paul Walker was finally chosen.
Yeah, this is Officer Brian O'Connor.
In another equally interesting potential casting option, Denzel Washington was offered a part in Furious 7, which would have supposedly led to a larger role, possibly as the antagonist in a potential 8th movie. Washington turned it down, with reports saying it was the same part that eventually went to Kurt Russell. Number 3. Wrecked cars.
Yeah, my dad built her. 900 horses of Detroit muscle. It's a beast.
Car lovers around the world gravitate to this franchise like adrenaline junkies to the racetrack. And it's quite clear why. With some of the sickest, most souped up, and powerful cars on screen. The franchise has featured hundreds of automobiles and has destroyed more than 1,000 of them since the first movie launched. The variety and sheer volume of cars has intensified exponentially, as over 400 cars were used in the making of the 6th film. Number 2. Double Brothers.
Yeah, Paul Walker, one of the stars of the enormously popular Fast and Furious movies, dead in a car crash.
After the tragic death of Paul Walker on November 30th, 2013, in a single car accident, producers wanted to scrap another sequel.
The most important thing in life will always be family. The people right here, right now.
But they ultimately decided to give the all-important cast member a proper send-off in Furious 7, in the form of a retirement.
I'm gonna get you out of here. You're gonna have to jump!
At the time of his death, only half of Walker's scenes had been filmed. And so, with the creative help of special effects and Walker's brothers Cody and Caleb as stand-ins, the film was eventually completed and released in April 2015. Before we get to our top fact, here are a few honorable mentions.
I need one of these. One of the big ones. Actually, let's make it 2. And Ari, I need it by tonight.
might want to keep your eyes on the road, Playboy.
What, you think we're gonna crash?
I haven't decided yet.
Number 1. Booming box office.
This guy's crazy.
In the words of Dominic Toretto, it don't matter if you win by an inch or by a mile. Winning's winning. And boy, did they win by a mile. 2013's Fast and Furious 6 was a runaway success when it earned $500 million worldwide, faster than any film in the history of Universal Pictures.
Come on, man, time is money.
The total box office tally for the action flick reached $788 million, almost 4 times the total reached by the first film.
Remember Owen Shaw? This is his big bad brother.
It has since been reported that Furious 7 is the most expensive film of the franchise, with experts estimating the total cost to be in the realm of over $160 million. Ride or die, right?
Ride or die.
Ride or die.
Do you agree with our list?
From now on, every word out of your mouth is the truth.
Which Fast and Furious facts did you find the most awesome?
Me and Mom moved around a lot.
For more thrilling top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
No offense, but I'm probably not gonna be here long enough to remember your name.